So the next thing that you do for all to see is how you and I became acquainted with each other, which is Chasing Atlanta season 5. Now, I remember conversations with Endario who said there is no way somebody who has appeared on another show could ever be on Chasing Atlanta. I may be saying too much, but fuck it. He used to be like, like, girl, y'all stay over there, type of thing. Don't come over here, blah 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 blah. Y'all was with the other girls, don't come over here. Da, da, da. And then season 5 comes, and we get multiple people who have been on other platforms. You and I believe Rico Cassidy at the time. I won't count Aaron because Aaron hadn't done nothing in web reality. He had been reality TV before, but not web reality. What made you say I want to transition over to the Chasing Atlanta show?
You know what it was? I had not gotten my just due with reality,
Mm-hmm.
with web reality. And just to be candid, Cameron had wanted me to be a part of Chasing for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, no, I'm gonna just do. And when I did decide to do it, I was like, no, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do G status. But once again, it was another year. I'm like, I gotta outdo myself, like from the previous year. So I'm like, why not go to the #1 web reality show? And see, the thing about me, if I cast for it and I want it, I'm gonna get it. I'm the casting king. I'm gonna audition for something. I'm gonna get the call back. So I was like, well, let me go in. And then the thing is, I was a fan of the show. So I had watched the show since its inception on
Mm-hmm.
season 1. Been a crazed fan almost. So I was like, let me send in my audition. So I sent in my video, and of course, I got the call back.
What was your audition process like?
It was a questionnaire, um, and I had to send in a video. So anytime I have to do a video, I know I'm gonna get it because I don't think like everybody else thinks, and I know I'm not gonna say and what anybody else says. And the thing about me too, I had kind of cut up all of my accomplishments and added them to my video. I know nobody was gonna think like that too, so I was like, I put Andario in a situation to where he could not deny me. What you about to say?
I'm
Is your
teasing you.
video skipping or is it mine?
No, I'm
I
teasing you.
can't see you no more.
You can't see me?
It's like you're stuck and frozen. Is that just me, y'all, or can y'all? Is it just me? Hey,
Mm.
Divine, I can see you now. You're moving now.
Am I moving? Sorry,
Only
the
at certain
commercial
times.
YouTube has commercials playing back to back on our video right now. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, I can see myself over there. It's over 204 people watching you. Let's see if we can get to 250.
Ooh.
Oh no,
Who had the most people at one time?
the huh?
Who had the most people at one time?
I feel like some two people almost got up to 500. I want to say.
We
I
got
want
some
to
work to do,
say.
y'all.
People just can't say a bitch look good. You know what I mean? All of it look different. Is it weight loss or is it cosmetic surgery? Weight loss,
Or comedic surgery.
comedic surgery. But we ain't
What is
laughing,
that?
cutting me up at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm
Wow.
not playing,
Yeah,
but no,
just say
I
he look good.
I appreciate it, baby. Thank you so much. No, it's weight loss. I've been, and I'm not. I ain't gonna say that. But yes, I've been. We got a whole lifestyle change. So no, the reason why I did that earlier is because I did the same thing with my audition video. Like I had all these different edits and like all my accomplishments at the time playing the video.
I should have known.
Yeah, yeah.
I should have known.
I mean,
Oh,
anything
I'm
I
having
audition
so
for
much.
too, I can cast it for you. So we got the same mindset. But that's what we
You know,
friends.
we
We get
yes,
it. We
we
get it.
share that. We share that.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally. I'm not gonna lie. People think it's easy, but it's a science.
It is a
It's a
science to
science.
auditioning for a reality show, any type. What do you believe the science is, real quick?
The science is the something that cannot be taught. It can't be taught. Any video I do, I never do what they say. I never do what they say to do. I actually started my Zeus. Now, mind you, that was thousands of people that had auditioned for Bobby's show. But I started my video like this. I forgot what I said. I said something like, first of all, this is not an audition. I said, y'all could cancel the damn show. Give Bobby my number, and it won't need to be no goddamn show. And then I started singing, of course, and it's just the way I approached it. You have to approach an audition video like nobody else will, because everybody else is gonna get on there. Hey, my name is. I'm from this. I'm a singer. I pop my shit. I stand on business. Everybody's gonna say that, but nobody's gonna start off the video. First of all, Zeus, fuck the show. This ain't no audition. I'm telling y'all to cancel the goddamn show. Give Bobby my number, and it won't need to be none of this shit. If he's trying to find love, here I am, bitch. I want to be the Jay-Z to his Beyonce, and I start singing. So it's like, how can you say no to that? It's like no other video.
Especially when you looking how you looking, doing all that stuff.
That too. Oh, well, that's sweet.
Honk the horn on there. Honk the horn. All right. You're so funny. I can't stand you. Back on Chasing Atlanta, you audition, you get the job. How soon after did you audition did you start the whole filming process?
Wait, say that again because I lost you. And I'm not gonna lie, it's bothering me that you're frozen on my screen. I need to see all of your movements. How can we fix this?
Yeah.
Or is it my
No,
phone?
I think it may be yours because when I look at it on the other thing, I'm moving. So let's just right quick. I'm play this Darius thing again. Let's go in and come right back out. I mean, let's go out and come back in.
Okay.
So y'all bear with us, please, so I can see me moving.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Here we go. We'll be right back after this, y'all.
What's up, everyone? It is Darius asking you to check out my newest children's book, DJ Stands on Business. Follow along as 5 friends who are entrepreneurs by the name of Pixel, Raven, a dynamic duo we can learn, and a children's book author named DJ use their entrepreneurial spirit to save money to go on a trip to Mexico. So follow along as children can learn about terms that teach them about entrepreneurship and give them the opportunity to open up the world in the adventures of friendship and entrepreneurship. You can check out my children's book, DJ Stands on Business, as well as DJ's Favorite Day and Twinkle Little Star at www.kingdariusbooks.com.
Am I back? Can you hear me all right? All right,
Yes, I didn't know my mic was muted. I see you, I hear you, you're moving in real time.
Yay!
Let me find out. I could have gave you my casting video to use as a commercial.
You should have.
Okay, next time.
Yeah. Okay, so how soon after did you audition for Chasing Atlanta did you start filming for the show?
Did I start filming for what?
How soon after did you audition for the show? And there is a delay. I don't know. I did something. So y'all know I was on break from this shit for a good little minute. And I don't know what the fuck I did. I did something to it. But that's why I'm about to upgrade the whole thing. I did something. Like I because it wasn't doing this before. And I don't know. I think it has something to do with me having all the shit plugged up to the thing. I think I need to remove something. And rewire it. But yeah, that's what the delay is for. But no, my question was, how soon after did you get casted? Did you actually start filming Chasing Atlanta?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe that next. I really don't remember, but it was like soon after, probably that next month.
I'm curious to know because I would say every season there's always been like a goal from Mandario that at least I know about that he wants to get accomplished for the season. Before I say what season 5 was, which many I think we've talked about it, but we'll revisit it. What do you remember being communicated to you about the intention of season 5 of Chasing Atlanta?
Oh, that was never communicated to me.
Oh.
And let me tell you, I was waiting on shit to happen because the only experience I had was G Status, right? And they were putting scenes together. They would have stuff for us. They would, you know, the Benihana scene was planned. Y'all gonna show up here. They created a pool party one time. They got a hotel room and had. So I was hitting camera and I'm like, okay, so when they gonna start? He was like, no, bitch, like you send in the scene. If you want something to happen, you make it happen. So it was never communicated to me that that was an actual goal of the season. So I just kind of went with the flow. I knew that I had like my music and socks and stuff. So that was my goal, personal, but I didn't know that the brand had a seasonal goal.
Yeah. In all of my experience with reality TV, whether I was filming it or I know somebody else adjacent that was filming it, even down to web reality shows, Chasing Atlanta is the only show that I've ever heard of where the producer and the team doesn't create scenes or tell the people like what scenes to do. Chasing Atlanta is definitely at the time, because I don't know what it is now or what it will be, but at the time that I was there, and I know previously, for the most part, whatever you submit as a scene that got approved is what got filmed for you. You know, they wasn't too much, at least my experience, what I know from other cast members, they wasn't saying, hey girl, I think you should do this, I think you should do this. It was like, no, bitch, you like truly, honestly, what the fuck you make it, you know? And that's
Okay.
why like some people, honestly, you know what? This is all of us saying this. I strongly believe if there was a different production team, and I'm saying like producers with outside experience on the more formal way of like producing TV, and they would have like basically what producers do on TV, they produce you, like they talk to you, and then they kind of coach you through like the what they want you to do. They tell you, yeah, let's do this. I think you should do this. Da 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 da. Oliver may not have been the star of that show. Maybe,
Mm.
maybe not. No. Mm-mm. I honestly think a lot what played into me being quote unquote the star of that show was just I just submitted scenes that I had shit to do. In addition to my
Hmm.
personality, all the other stuff, but a big part of me was that, especially early on, people was like, "Oh my god, finally somebody who's chasing something." I just had shit going on, you know.
Right, right. And then coupled with that was the personality, was the
Mm.
look, and it was like, who the fuck is this person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you but if you don't know what the lay if you, a lot of people who are not familiar with the lay of the land, and especially if you're not like you who had a Karen to kind of coach you through it, I've seen a lot of people their first season just kind of like flounder because they don't know the way Chasing Atlanta operates. Yeah, like I know we big and we look good, and we the number one. Everybody talk about us, we popular, da 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 da. But the way that we produced the show, in my opinion, was very different from how I had ever seen any other thing produced. It was very different.
That's interesting. It
Hmm.
was the complete opposite of what G status was. So that makes sense.
Let's play a little game of roll call before we get into your time on this show. Again, this is a game where I'm gonna list everyone who was cast on your season 5 of Chasing Atlanta. You're gonna tell me the first thing that comes to your brain. This can be one word, this could be a sentence, this can be a memory, some tea, some feelings, whatever you want it to be, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, first on the list is Oliver.
Ah, Queen Mother. I will say this. I was scared to meet you. I was scared. I
Why?
didn't know what to expect. I thought you were messy from watching the previous season. It's just how you come off. But I was completely like turned upside down when I did get to meet you and was spending time with you. I was like, okay, well, there is no messy person. You just kind of, you have a way of getting the story going, and it's just good fucking TV because of your personality. You know what I'm saying? You get the wheels turning, get the pot stirred. But no, you were the opposite of what I thought. I don't know if you were gonna like me. I was very nervous to meet the Oliver Twixt, but clearly we met, and I'm in love.
Ooh, I like that. I
Yeah,
want
I
you.
love everything about you.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna say this because fuck it. Usually, the girls that come on this show, in my opinion, who are not insecure, who got their own shit going on, who got their own storylines, who have like a real life job, money, house, food, car, insurance, all those things, usually come on the show and don't have no problem with me. We get along mighty fine. You know, it don't be no mess. It don't be nothing. To me, it's always, and I'm just gonna say it because fuck it always be the girls that be it's in my opinion some sort of level of disenfranchisement that always have an issue with me. And I'm just like, girl, can you leave me alone?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like we've never fallen out. We've never gotten into it. Yeah, when we talk, because we haven't talked for a long time, we do gossip about the girls for a little piece, but we talking about other shit after that. I don't give a fuck. You know, the shit was a job to me. I'm just here to work. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these hoes, right? That's all. Fuck them. Fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oliver gonna say this one time, y'all. As I'm getting annoyed, he's like, "You want to know something?" I say, "What?" He say, "I don't care about none of this." He say, I just don't care enough. I don't." And at that point, I understood. Like I understood. I still wish I had a chance to do it over because I don't like how I did it. But the way you do it is it's flawless because you get it, you do your job, you show up, you leave a lasting impression, and I mean you get the girls talking.
You know, my thing was, I don't know none of y'all hoes. You know, I don't know none of y'all. None of y'all don't know me. So why does what I think about you matter? Because what you think about me don't matter to me. I don't give a fuck. Who are you in my
Right,
brain? You know? And that may be a fucked up way
right,
to think about it, but that's how I was thinking, who is this bitch? You know, bitch, I don't got shit to prove to you, ho. You know, the
right,
Lord in me. So I don't give
right,
a fuck. You know, bitch, I don't care if you don't like me. I don't give a damn. I'm not gonna be phased by it, because bitch, I ain't talking about you. You talking about me. You know what I mean? And then I'm here for people that's watching. I'm really not here for y'all. I'm here for the people that's watching. Y'all hoes just really collateral damage in my brain.
right.
And we here for
But
job.
and see that's the difference between people who just go on because oh I'm just happy to be on TV. I'm just going and then when you go on calculate it with a plan. Like I have a plan. What is my plan? What do I want to illustrate through, through what I present? So that's really the difference in the dynamics of characters. Like some people don't have a plan, just go on there and whatever happens, happens.
And we can go to the next person. My plan was to expand my presence so that I can monetize off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I needed footage of me within reality TV space so that I can, in the event that I got a chance to showcase myself to a larger network, they could see me in action, and then grow my YouTube and make money off of it. Those were my three goals, you know, and you know, showcase life. But those were my three goals. For making friends, it would have been cool. Okay, you know, cool, we can do it, but I'm here to work. You know, I got friends. I got really great,
Right,
amazing friends that I love and they love me down. You know,
right,
shit.
right.
Next on the list is Cameron, your bestie on Chasing Atlanta.
Bestie on Chasing Atlanta. Right, right, right. Not even my bestie. That was my good friend during that time.
No, y'all was
Um,
definitely besties. It was definitely, no, you're pretty. No, you're pretty. No, you're pretty. No, you're pretty. No, y'all was besties. I heard
you know
that
what?
use that term.
I regret that I was connected to Cameron in that way. I regret that because a part of me did not have my own identity, right? And I was connected to him in too many ways. I was when he had beef with Jay speaking to Cameron through me, and I'm conjoined at the hip. I wish I would not have had that connection because I do feel like it stunted my growth in the way I connected to certain people. The bitch had a problem with everybody that season, and so it was like that neutral spot. But it's like you gotta have your friend back in some kind of way, but Cameron, listen, Cameron was my friend before that show. We are
Right.
no longer friends.
Y'all are no longer friends.
No, we are not. Something did happen. But
What happened?
you know what? I had an opinion, and let me just say this. This is I wouldn't go. I wouldn't even think about this. Um, long story. Let me preface this. I had been friends with Cameron since 2015, the year I moved to Atlanta. When did we film that show?
Chasing
29,
Atlanta?
2021.
2021. We started at the end of 2021.
Right, going into 22.
Mm-hmm.
So from 2015 to 2021, that was friendship.
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years of knowing him before this whole reality TV shit. So we were close, we were bonded, we were brothers, all of that. Something happened out here. Y'all know, I'm in Houston. He's in Houston too. I had an opinion on somebody, which was my opinion.
Who was the somebody?
I can't do that.
Is it like
I
a famous
can't do
person?
that. No, somebody in the community, and he did not agree with it. And I remember actually unsending the message because I was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't say this because this is somebody that he's championing right now. But I guess my words was so much to where he felt some kind of way and stopped talking to me. Now, mind you, I had never heard this person out of his mouth at all. But you so distraught about it that you gonna stop talking to me. It's really petty. But like I said, that trajectory of them Atlanta girls, you feel like somebody your friend, they switch up and they you disposable one day. So
That's so sad because I don't know that be true about Cameron. That's
mhm.
very true about a lot of girls in Atlanta, especially in this
Oh
industry.
yes.
They treat people so disposable. Whereas, like, you, bitch, you done talked with this person for years, 5 years, and the next day you wake up, you blocked. And it's like, well, girl, what happened to all the I love yous and we friends and what happened to the conversation that this is why I don't like you no more? It's just, you just wake up and just have a problem with you. I'm just like, who raised y'all? What school did y'all go to? What Bible did y'all read? This is how you treat people that you quote unquote say you love.
Right. And this is my first time even really talking about it in depth. It makes me, so I'm going to talk about it. It makes me think about the bitches in your life currently that made you look like a fool intentionally that you still hang around. But this was where you drew the line and me having an opinion about somebody that that really, bitch, I had never heard you talk about this person for them to affect you like this, the way you gonna stop talking to me. And it's crazy because my cousin died a couple months ago, right? This was like a cousin who raised me. I went through like a horrible time, I'm still grieving. But I guess he heard about it. He said somebody sent him and he thought it was my mom or something. So he sent me a message extending his condolences. I accepted it. And then he went to say, I had been wanting to reach out to you anyway. We need to meet up and talk. No, no, no. You don't get to use a vulnerable moment in my life to try to transition back into, because if you felt like that, it wouldn't have took a death in my family for you to feel ease your way in. So now stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect no shit like that. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the thing. I'm not looking back. I just told somebody today I don't have no more love and hip hop moments in me. I'm somebody of a particular age. I'm not meeting up to talk over dinner over some shit that you decided to do spur of the moment and not just stand on it. Stand on it. So, it was good. It was a good friendship. I was a good friend. And every sometimes things come to an end.
He reached out to you during a moment, an emotional moment you were experiencing. Have you reached out to him during his public announcements of, like, him dealing with his sickness and being in the hospital? Did you ever reach out to him?
No.
I know that's right.
Yeah. I don't I did pray for him. That's more important than me reaching out.
Yeah, a prayer will suffice. Could you guys ever be friends again?
I don't know. I'm just, you know what? I don't think about stuff like that. I just kind of gravitate to what my life is bringing me at the moment. Whatever is
Mm.
flowing and serene and easy for me, that's what I gravitate to. I don't think about what could have been and who could try to come back in and how I can mend this. I don't think about it.
Cameron was caught up in a lot of shit his last season of Chasing Atlanta. Where do you stand on, like, his of course the biggest one and most infamous one was at the time him and Jay, them sleeping around, whatever. You being privy to something. Where do you stand?
At the time, just being on the inside of that, I didn't like the fact that Jay was lying about the
What was
affiliation.
okay?
and you know, not knowing him and they weren't friends. And like I even said on Chasing, like I had seen Jay at least 3 or 4 times just at different events
Mm-hmm.
at Cameron's apartment. So it's just like you trying to play to the public like you don't know this man. So he was very validated in the feelings he felt, you know, that he had against Jay. I love you too, Devon. And that's kind of where I stood with it. And I didn't it was just kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Cameron was going to admit that him and Jay had sexual relations, but hey, I knew about that too.
You know, Cameron has been very public about, his sexual
Everything.
life.
Too
You know,
public.
I told Cameron one time at his house, I think his going away party, I was like, and I think I was drunk. I was like, girl, the way I'm feeling right now, I want to know what everybody's talking about. Because everybody around here at Cameron House don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying, girl? What's in it? Is it gold? Is it glitter? Do it do taxes? What's so good about it?
Bless his heart.
I know that's right. Next on the list is T.S. LaKendra.
Oh yeah, T.S. LaKendra. I love Kendra. Kendra is one of the stars of that fucking show.
I would agree.
You know, you gotta love her. She would give you a good cry. She would give you a good oppressed moment. You know.
Cause I'm sick of this shit.
I love her. I don't know. We just we gelled. You know, we did good off camera. She was just a sweetheart. We didn't have many scenes together on camera, but
Mm,
I like getting to know her as a person during
mhm.
that process. She's a sweetheart.
Next on the list is Troy Gaskins.
Ah, I love Troy. I love Troy. Troy was the first person to reach out to me when he did not know me. You know, he reached out to me when he saw the list of the cast,
Mm-hmm.
and he welcomed me to the cast, and I'll never forget that. I had somewhat of a slight uh like a crush, you know, like, oh, who's your reality crush? Oh, Troy, Troy, Troy. So I always thought Troy was cute, but through meeting him and getting to know him, I love him. Like I love him as a person. We check in on each other, make sure, and the mentals are good, and we're close.
Okay. Next on the list is Dominique Reedy.
Dominique Reedy. I told him this one time. I did not like him on this show, but I like him the person. Don't like him on the show. Never did. Never did.
Dominique's first 2 seasons was hell on earth on that show. Hell, hell.
I didn't like him. I don't even remember. Like I'm drawing a blank. What is some of the stuff that happened?
Who? I'm so sorry. Who we talking about again? My bad.
Dominique.
Sorry,
Dominique.
my brain clicked out for 2 seconds. Dominique, child, the comment. Dominique. First of all, Dominique used to always make the people upset in the comments. The comments did not like Dominique like at all. Like I had never seen nobody get dragged the way Dominique got dragged.
They used to drag
They used to
Dominique.
drag Dominique, like drag Dominique.
I think I used to too before I met him. I think I used to.
No, no,
Not
no.
drag, but I had my opinion.
No, we can't put you in the same conversation with the dragon of Dominique. The In my time, the people that I've seen like get dragged, like I mean dragged, where it's like, bitch. If I was them, I even wouldn't want to come back. Dominique, Jatuan, T.S. LaKendra on her bad days. They
Oh,
tell her up on her bad days, like on her bad days. Um,
yeah.
those are the three, like I would say, that have gotten it the most. Like I'm talking
Mm,
about people going bananas on them. So
yeah.
no, whatever you did, we can't. It's not even the same neighborhood.
Right,
Only
right,
the same
right.
zip code.
Yeah. But when I met him, he was just very sweet to me, very
Mm-hmm.
welcoming. I like him. I've always liked his hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I didn't that was my what's the word? Experience with Dominique. Did not like him as a character beforehand, but after I met him, he's a cool person.
Yeah, I love me some Dominique. I
Hmm.
always liked him for the show. I didn't always like him with him because we get on my nerves, but I loved him for the show. You know, like I thought he was a great addition. And then of course,
Yes.
as time went on, me and him became friendly, still friendly. I haven't spoken to him in a good little minute, but Dominique is a sweetheart, and I like Dominique too. Who else turned back? Was Rico with a K on your season?
Yeah.
How was he?
You know what? I think Rico with a K is very talented.
He is.
But I just, and I've never said this, but it's something that's just not believable. And I think this is what Aaron Thomas was trying to say in his confession. I'm not gonna lie, every time I see Rico with a K, it's like, oh, bro, we got to get in the studio. Ike, we got to hang out. But it never happens. And it's just like you can just say, "Hey, how you doing?" and that be it. You know, we don't have to go into this false thing like, "Oh, we need to hang out and we're so cool. Let's hit the studio. I want you on a track." And it just after filming, you never hear from this person. You know, so I like that he's a very talented rapper. Um, I remember seeing him rap before I saw him on Chasing Atlanta. I was like, this boy, he got it. But I just as a person, I just don't know. Sweet boy, sweet. Probably means well, but it's just not all the way authentic.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I do. At the time, I don't know what the baby is now, but send him well wishes. Next on the list is Wayne Payne.
Wayne the Pain is sweet. You know, I kind of I the same answer I had for Kendra I have for Wayne because they're kind of like a package deal. You know, you
Mhm.
see one, you see the other. Um, welcomed me, was always nice to me. We didn't have much of a relationship outside of the times we filmed, but yeah, I like Wayne.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else returned back before we get into the new people that came in with y'all. Cause bitch, it was like a bunch of y'all hosts came in and I said, well, goddamn, this supposed to be the last season. Season 5 was originally supposed to be the last season of Chasing
I
Atlanta.
heard. I heard.
And a lot of the reason why, and I've said this before, a lot of reason why I was so involved in the storyline is because, like, and Dario was basically like, Oliver, you have to make sure we have, you have to make sure the show keeps going, And he wasn't like being
Period.
messy or anything like that, but in terms of like I did, lead scenes, asking questions, getting us to talk, about things I know we just got to talk about. First of all, I used to despise when everybody would always act shocked, like this not what we here for. Like, why y'all acting shocked? Why is everyone acting shocked?
uh,
And the messy part, in my opinion, would be like the majority of what them hoes used to do was talk about each other behind their back and ask questions behind their back. Bitch, I'm in front of the camera, in front of all of y'all asking my questions, so don't know hoe gotta. You always notice, I notice it never, in all my time chasing reality, no one ever said Oliver said this. Not like when I look back on it, it was never Oliver said this. Oliver, it's all on camera.
because
But
you
anyway,
always appropriate.
yeah, the fuck, I ain't scared of
Yeah.
y'all hoes. I just act like this, but I just had to, I just had to make sure season 5 was great. I knew it was our last season, and we were in talks about like season 5 being the season that got showcased to networks to pick us up, and so I also knew the Circle was about to come out. I had just came back from filming The Circle when I started filming season 5. So I was like, girl, if this is our last season, let me make sure that, it's good. If this is the last season, my last season, we finna make this bitch crunk in here. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well done.
Um,
Well done.
season 5 is the best season of Chasing Atlanta, hands down.
Oh,
Hands
definitely.
down.
Definitely.
From the casting to the scenes to the storyline to the drama to the fight to emotional moments to the talent to the shows to the chasing, everything about season 5 is chef's kiss. That's why season 6 coming right after that is like the fuck.
Yeah. Season 5 was that girl. That's the season you shot to the networks.
Mm-hmm. Did I miss anybody from returning cast? Okay, the new folks. One of my favorite quotes that I quote every now and then from Chasing Atlanta is, "Y'all, house, my house." You were talking about Willa. You said that, right?
Yes.
Next on the list is Willa.
Willa and I got off to a rocky start. Did not understand at the moment why she was had felt so strongly to where she had become a part of that conversation
He
and had
came
nothing
out
to
of
do with it.
nowhere.
So we got off on the wrong start. But once I apologized and she felt the need to apologize, I don't think she needed to apologize though. I don't think I was fair in how I how I
Oh
handled
wow,
it. Yeah, I
I
wasn't,
love
and
that.
I missed out. I will say that I missed out because she is really a sweet person. And let me tell you what I've created. I've created now a an awkward situation because even though that shit is behind us, anytime I would see her in person, it's still hard on my end, I guess, to connect to her because of what happened.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And even though the vibes is like I've seen her many times after filming, and we done kicked it and hugged each other, but it's still a little awkward, and that's my fault. So I'm mad that I had created that because
Mm-hmm.
I really like who she is.
Yeah. Next on the list is Seven. Wait, before we go to Seven, let's talk about your sock party, right?
Hmm.
One of my favorite nights of ever filming Chasing Atlanta. Like
What?
one of my hands down favorite. One of my I wish I can go back to that night. Cause that night
Are you
was
serious?
I love any scene where I could be drunk and I'm not the one arguing with nobody. I was lit. I mean I don't know if you remember, I was lit
You
at
had a
that
time.
sock party. I was feeling every grate, every piece of chicken wing. I was I was gone.
You did have a time. I remember
And I can't admit that night I was trying to get the shit started. I mean, and
that.
me and Dirt had already kind of talked about it because I knew the teaser was gonna drop. At least he wanted to drop a teaser. So I'm like, you know, like I always tell y'all hoes, when I done did something, I can tell you when I done did it. I won't say I was trying to start something for somebody to fight. I never wanted anybody to fight. Like that's never what I want. I never nobody put their hand on each other, never wanted that. But I was gonna keep asking questions until somebody act like we was filming a reality TV show called Chasing Atlanta. You know what I mean?
That was
Cause we got merch to sell. I got socks to sell. I got music to sell. We need hoes in these seats watching this shit. You know what I mean? Somebody something.
for sure, and it made for a great episode. Like that was a good ass episode. It was two parts. So I'm glad that I have a bit of history in chasing.
I just remember it had got so emotional. It felt like everybody had just dispersed in like their own corners and was just having meltdowns. Kendra was upstairs having a meltdown. Troy was crying. Willa was out there hollering. All of the
Rico
drama.
Cassadine had got like enraged at one point. I'm like, there was a lot going on.
It was a lot going on.
Me and Willa.
That shit was funny. That salt part was funny to me.
Watch that tonight after this.
Next on the list is let's go to Seven. What
Seven is
y'all had a whole love thing on the show too, ain't it?
wait, I didn't have a love anything. That girl is a weirdo.
Oh my god, everybody's weird.
She no, she's weird.
What happened
She's
with that?
very weird. There was no love connection. I've never led this girl on. I'm not the least bit attracted to her at all. Um, she came on the show saying in her confessionals how I was her baby daddy and her work husband and my man, my man, my man. Um, and I don't know how that progressed any. I don't know. I don't know. I never fed into that. There was actually a time at your party at your party, right? That was your party was right before the cabin. Where she asked me, she was like, can we do a hiking scene? She asked this in front of some of the girls. And Dominique even said, or was it Troy? Dominique said, girl, leave that man alone. That man talking to somebody right now. Y'all not doing no hiking trip. She wanted to do a hiking scene one on one at the cabins. And I'm just like, nah, we can't do that. She also had asked me to come over to my apartment so we could have a Grey's Anatomy date because both of us like Grey's Anatomy. Like I said, y'all, I be thinking that I'm getting to know these people as friends, but people be in love with me the whole time. I don't even know. And I told her no. So I feel like if I would have said yes to any of them things, that would have constituted to me leading somebody on or showing interest, right? Every advance that the bitch asked me to go on a date, like straight up, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I don't know what this whole love connection leading on. I don't know. I just have no idea.
I'm not gonna lie. The way the shit used to be sounding before I became fully aware of your side, I thought y'all was like doing something. I'll say sexual.
Nobody thought that.
No,
Why?
yes I did.
Why?
Yes I did.
Why? Tell me why.
Because of the way she would make it sound, like the way she used to
All right.
talk about you.
But it was nothing that you saw. It was the way she.
Yeah, the way she would talk about. But I'm like, I mean,
I'm cool with that.
you thinking like, ain't no way somebody talking about somebody and you ain't even pinched the bitch. You know what I mean? Like, but then
That's the reality. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
I mean, I really thought y'all was talking at least hanging out, that y'all had some type of familiarity, the way it used to sound to me. So and even hearing you now saying that like there was no traction, you told her basically NO. And I'm just thinking back to how long she kept it going. I would have thought that y'all, if some type of conversation had been had, like, because who would be on a TV show after a boy? At least I would. I would be on a TV show after a boy and the boy don't like me or told me flat out no. So like I'm not thinking, you get my mindset. Like I'm thinking how I would think. Like I would only be on a TV show talking about a nigga like this, that this is how we really talking. Is you lying to me? You gonna smoke on my booty?
Wait, what was that last part?
Is you lying to me? Is you blowing smoke up my booty?
Hell no. This was the thing. I always tell people, even after what happened on G Status with that fake shit, I was like, always pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying. I got y'all. I ain't gonna lead y'all wrong. What the fuck I'm saying and what I'm doing. If you ain't seeing it, it ain't happening. Because reality is reality. I have never led this motherfucking girl on. Now let me say this. I've greeted you sometimes. I may have held you a little too long while we hugged. Yes. Oh, hold on, stay with me. I'm making a point. Um, I've hugged Kendra before. Kissed her on the cheek. Hand might have been a little too low on her waist. Who else? Troy. I've hugged him and, you know, may have done a little. Fuck everybody. None of y'all motherfuckers decided to go into y'all confession and say, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. So I remember Willa one time said that she saw me kiss her on the cheek when I greeted her. And I'm like, is that all it takes for you to like then go in your confession and talking about that's my work husband and that's my man and he's so fine? Look, I can't control that. I can't control how nobody it's one sided. It never happened. I never let her on.
I mean, okay, so I'll just take it from my perspective, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you've always been very sweet to me. You know, you've always been sweet to me. I've hung out with you outside of the show. Remember that drunk brunch Sunday that we all shared? Yeah,
That was a good day.
that was a good day. We had fun that day. That was a lot of fun. I was lit. I think everybody was lit. We went to Blue and we discovered them little $15 crabs and bitch, we was in that bitch fucked up. It was you, me, Cameron, and my friend Tatiana. Who else?
One more person.
It was one more person.
Was it Cassadine?
Or was it my Morehouse brother Deshaun?
No, I think it was only one. Wait, it might have been two people that I met for the first time. It might have been. I think Rico was with us too, though.
Because we went from there, then and we went somewhere else and ate too, ain't it? Like we did two places that day. I want to say.
We did two places. I don't know if we went to oh shit, what's that
Was
place?
it Henry's? We went to Henry's.
Henry's. That's what it was.
And somebody met us over there.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. My point is, you know, you're very so a gentleman. Of course, you're very handsome. You're very attractive. You're very masculine. You know. Now, you know, I'm one of those femme girls who don't know shit about mass men not being sweet to the femme girls, because mass men always been sweet to me. You know what I mean? They treat me as such. They're very, and you know, they talk, you know, so it wasn't no anomaly for me to be, you know, and then shit, honestly, like I never thought about it, you know, like, I mean, yeah, Ike sweet, yeah, he done said this, yeah, but, you know, shit, you know, yeah.
And you're not a person who
Say it.
not saying you're
Who?
probably used to getting attention.
I mean,
You know, people have probably expressed to you that you're attractive. So it's nothing new to you. This girl, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe she's not used to anybody complimenting her or saying nice things. I don't know.
I don't know either. How did it get into a contentious place between y'all? Because if my memory serving me right, y'all had some words like at the reunion.
That was on the whole ambush thing with her and Rico. Remember that? That she knew
Oh,
about.
right.
That she actually knew about before I knew about it. But she was mad that I hadn't told her about it. But the thing is, I didn't know about it until the day of. So she was mad the night before for knowing about it, thinking that I knew about it. Her and Troy knew about it already. And they were on the phone with me, I guess, waiting for me to say it. But I didn't even know until the next day. So I don't know. That's a weird motherfucker. Like, that bitch is weird.
You know, I don't got no problem with Drew. Um, I really, she comes off so sister girl, at least to me, like that she comes off so sister girl. But me and her could just never land the plane. And for me, I know, I don't know what it is for her because we've never talked about it. And I mean, I don't think it's something to talk about because I've tried. You know, people get two chances with me. The first time is my fault. The second time is your fault. And
Yeah.
me and her and our relationship never had no issues on our relationship, at least that I know of, nothing that was communicated to me. I just felt
Hmm.
like every time another person that was a friend of hers had a problem with me, she was always chiming in. And I'm like, if you and me are cool, shut your ass up and just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Because when the girls be grilling you and saying all this shit, I don't say nothing because I'm treating you as you treat me. You know, which is all I want to be friends. Let's get together, let's smoke, let's hang out, let's do this, da 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 da. Okay, girl, let's. Now, the moments I've shared with her, I've enjoyed her, but I felt like every time another person didn't like me, you chime in. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well
Right.
you stay chimed in right along with them. Stay chimed in. Now,
And
just to show you what type of girl I am, one of my social media agencies, the Gayborhood, was having a show in Atlanta and they needed some drag performance. I tried every inch in my body not to go down that bitch aisle, but I said, you know what, Oliver, that's not right. Pick up the phone and recommend it. She got the job. And you know, and we talk here and there. I mean, it's no smoke. It's just no smoke. I just can't have a genuine connection. Any connection I have with somebody is genuine. Like, you know how I talk. You know, it's really either we all. I don't really don't know no in between. It's just every time somebody else have had an issue with me, you now have an issue with me. Like, shush, be quiet. You don't
yeah.
have to chime in all the time. Like, if me you cool, let that be that.
That was her fucking identity on season 5. Chiming in when nobody asked her a fucking thing. And she had such, I mean, the comments, this is where I'm confused, and I don't give a fuck no more, but she had arguably one of the worst seasons of any cast member on the Chasing franchise.
Worse than Dominique first
Yet,
season?
I don't remember Dominique's first season.
Oh, Dominique first season. He used to set him up. But in my time being there, yes, I think she gets the award for the worst. The only thing that saved that bitch in my books is y'all cannot deny that hoe when she get up there and start dancing and performing and doing all that shit. It is magical. Like she was born to be a drag queen professionally.
Yeah,
Like
that
that.
was
That's what that hoe do. Damn.
good. Okay. Because I was wondering what could it have been that got her a second season in Over Me.
I think her transitioning too.
Okay,
And then
that's cool.
I think her and Dario was cool too. So
That's probably why I messed up. But congrats.
let's get off her. On to the next thing. Who next? We done talked about Willa. We done talked about Drew. I'm sorry. Well, Drew at the time, now 7.
Okay.
She goes by 7 now. But her drag name is still Drew Friday, I believe last time I checked. But next on the list is Rico Cassadine.
Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Maybe my no, I'm not gonna say my favorite of that season. Well, no, I am gonna say that. I liked watching. He made that season what it was. That's why I don't understand how he wasn't a like a what was it called?
Main cast member?
Or whatever.
Because
Main cast.
he had ran his mouth and told everybody he was on Chasing Atlanta in the beginning. And I think
Oh, so it's
tried to
funny.
lie about it. And it was like y'all girls be over here talking to TTB and all these other girls. You know, like these girls talk. You know, everybody be talking. That's why I ain't never told nobody nothing. I ain't even want to get it out because all y'all hoes
Right.
talk. Shit. Besides
Right.
Ike don't talk, right?
I don't talk. It just happened. But no, he's a star. Rico Cassadine is a star. I wish some things he would bottle up and polish up a little bit, and
too.
he would be all right. But yeah, and you tried to coach him through some of these things, but he belongs on screen.
Yeah.
I like him. I love him. Like and he's very talented. Like I said yes to a collab. I don't say yes to collabs, but we made some good music.
And you
together.
turned mine down.
Not true. I was never asked. Let's go on record. I have never been asked by Oliver Twixt for a feature. Now, what he has done is asked for me, him, and Aaron to collab on a cover of a song that we did not get to do because of, I guess, scheduling conflicts at the time. But like I was talking about Rico Cassadine's song that is on Apple Music and all streaming platforms that he asked me to feature on. Yeah, that's one of my only features.
Side note, since he brought it up, I had y'all out there, all 220 people out there watching right now. Wouldn't have been a good idea. And just think about the success I had doing this Toni Braxton cover. I wanted Ike, Aaron, and myself to sing After Seven's Ready or Not. Can you imagine if the 3 of us, which is still possible, we've gotten together, gotten in the studio, sang Ready or Not, stood next to each other and actually shot some sort of visual where that deliverable could have landed on the internet. Me and Aaron all screaming an R&B tune like that, bitch, please.
I'm gonna blame it on Aaron because my schedule wasn't as. I kept saying, "Bitch, yeah, let's do it. I think I had learned my verse and everything. So, I'm sorry that could have been a big moment.
Slightly still bitter about it. Next on the list is Jay Moore.
Jay Moore confused me that season. I was just a little confused. I wanted to like him. Outside of all of the reality thing, we don't have a problem. Like we see each other, we respect each other.
I'm not laughing at Jay. I'm laughing at one of these comments. I'm just gonna put it up here. So let's talk about something. Ain't Aaron a photographer nowadays?
Why are you laughing at that?
Bitch, you know why I'm laughing.
I don't know. But Jay, I don't have much to say about Jay. We don't really have a connection. We don't talk outside of we never talked outside of filming, and him and Cameron, who was my friend at the time, had a thing, so it just was no room at the time to connect in that way. But he's all right, very talented.
Aaron can sing. Damn.
Oh, we on Aaron now?
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you say Aaron's name? Who did I just said?
Jay Amore.
Jay Amore.
Yeah.
I like Jay Amore in real life. Like I would consider me and Jay had became friends. I really like Jay. I think the only thing with Jay that messed him up early on that he finally got by the next season was that, like, the worst thing you can do in web reality is be inauthentic and like be making up shit, right? Now you can play up something, but the basis of it has to be rooted in truth. I've never seen nobody on Chasing Atlanta film something that wasn't fake or made believe or did anything and it didn't come back and bite them in the butt, me included. Like you have to be real and 100% authentic in this space. And I felt like in the beginning, Jay was trying to like view it as a reality show. And I would say honestly, Chasing Atlanta, for the most part, is presented the way the shit happened. Now people's opinions may be crazy and all over the place. They green screens. But like the way the shit he edited and then Dario be presenting shit, I would give him that. That's how the shit be going down for the most part.
No, for real.
And I feel like people who feel like they gotta come create TV or like do something, it don't play in their favor. And I feel like that's what messed up Jay in the beginning a little bit.
I can see that.
Especially when the person that story's involved with, Cameron, is operating 100% truth. Now, it's one thing not to say nothing, and just let it ride, because I've done the same thing. But we're not going to act like something ain't happened, or it did happen, and that's just not the truth. And I feel like that's what gave him a little hiccup in the beginning.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But Jay Moore in real life is the T, and I wish the conversations I had with him in real life that he would say about those girls behind the scene, he used to say on camera, because they used to light them hoes up. Like, light them up.
There's always a time when you can talk about the girls.
Bitch.
On the phone.
Roasting. Just cooking. Slow cooking them.
Who were some of the girls that he cooked?
I can't do that. He would have to be fair, he would have to be him to say it. The same way I would have to ask your permission about the girls that you've roasted. You see how I did that? Next on the list is, let's do Aaron Thomas. Aaron Thomas. I wanted Aaron Thomas to come back for another season.
Aaron Thomas should have been back.
Aaron Thomas should have been back.
Aaron gonna have something going on. Aaron is gonna have something going on. Whether it's a scandal, whether it's a gig, he gonna be booked somewhere. He done started a new hustle. Aaron gonna have something. That is one of the most fascinating characters that you've seen. Something always going on with Aaron.
I never understood how people used to give me such a hard time about, he act like he a star. He act like this. When Aaron Thomas would literally walk in and be like, well, child, the only people who stars here or something is me and Oliver. I'll be like, no, wait a minute. Don't put me all in that. I mean, the only people that got real blue checks is me and Oliver. That's during the time you can buy blue check, which I thought, I never bought mine. Mine was earned, okay?
Period.
Now, the people used to say Aaron bought his. That's why it disappeared, but I don't know nothing about that. I have to ask him. Oh, my God. Troy. Oh, I'm sorry, some shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say that. Troy was who called me. Troy was like, child, we all sat around. I'm assuming it was them and the Fantastic Foes, Spectacular 7. Whatever fuck it ain't no more. It was, because it ain't that no more. I secretly ate a gummy on things, so I got relaxed. My mouth gonna be flipping. I remember Troy called me one time and he was like, we was gossiping and he was like, well, some type of way we ended on Aaron Thomas blue check not being real. I said, well, girl, how you get a blue check? He was like, Because what you do is you click on about this account. I don't know what it was about this account, but it was something that if at the time Instagram gave you a blue check, only Instagram, that information would be filled in. Which Troy was like, well, Oliver, we know yours real because we clicked on yours and we saw everything there. Now, when we got the errands, we ain't see it. I was like, girl, listen, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Ooh, Troy don't whoop my ass. Sorry.
Shout out to Troy. Aaron. Wow.
Aaron Thomas would come into those scenes and shit on those girls, like take face, like with them around. Am I lying?
No, Aaron would say what the fuck, whatever he wanted to say was on his mind. He would say, and then he would do the same in his confessional. I remember when he said, Rico with a cake gave him like he always give me super fan. Ooh, I love you. Ooh.
Oh my god, I just love you. I just love you. Which listen, I don't want Rico with a K think I got beef with him because I don't. But that impersonation that Aaron Thomas did of him was actually 100% accurate. That's why the shit was so funny.
He does do it. Oh god. Rico with a K gonna think we picking on him if he see this.
And I'm not.
God.
We just talk about a time that was years ago. Okay, we just reflecting.
Yes. Look how y'all see how Oliver clears stuff up. We just talk about a time in the past.
Yeah, it's a time in the past. This shit in the
That's
past.
how you clear it up. Like,
Yeah.
oh, y'all can't look after you hear somebody say that, you gotta be, oh, okay, I can't.
Yeah,
be
it's in the past. It's 2024. We gotta vote for Kamala.
Period.
Is that everybody on the cast? I ain't missing nobody in mine. Y'all out there listening? I ain't missing nobody in mine.
I think you got everybody.
I think I got everybody. God damn. The only thing, it was like 13 of us that season. I hated it. I was over it. I was like, why is there so many hoes?
So many people. But everybody was needed though, right? Well,
everybody played their part season 5. Season 5 was a lit season. Like, everybody played their part. Everybody played their part. Like, if you break, everybody played their part amazingly. Like, amazingly. Everybody season 5. Even though, of course, if you line everybody up, there may be some personalities, some storylines that may be stronger than ever. But I can say, as a whole, season 5 was probably, other than season 3, probably the other time I felt like we was working together as a cast. Like, the cast was working together. Like, let's get to the finish line. You know? And season 5 was a fun time for me. Like, I love season 5.
That was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Good time. I just regret. Only thing I regret, like I said, is that I was connected to Cameron because I don't think I had a fair shot of getting to know everybody. I wish I would have come. And then I was. Let me tell you this. I don't know if y'all know it, but I'm not made for reality TV. Like I'm just not. I played it safe on Chase.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, I played it safe. I really did. I was kind of the neutral party in the background and moral compass, but I'm not. I didn't have a, and then I didn't know anybody. You know, I didn't know anybody. But now that me and you have this relationship, me and Troy have this relationship, me and Willa settled our differences. I would have liked to come back. I mean, I'm not going to say that. If I would have come back, it would have been more natural. I probably would have been more out of my shell. You know, in my comfort zone, I would have been more comfortable. Like, so, I'm mad that I was just so kind of reserved and yeah, but I don't know. It's a hit or miss with me with reality. Usually a miss.
Next on the list is Dario.
And Dario.
Yeah.
Talented, you know.
Ain't he?
Yeah, just a one-man show pretty much doing his things and only thing. I don't know if and I don't know. I don't know if Andario has the business acumen to further this show. Because I don't know if he's just too young or just maybe just not skilled in the boardrooms. I remember, I think Cameron told him this, or Cameron told me he told me this. I remember when Kingdom Reign Entertainment, who's that? Carlos King, right?
Carlos King.
He was
Who,
doing,
side note, would always interact on my Chasing Atlanta post on Twitter anytime I posted it. Like he would interact on the videos. I mean, granted they were my videos, but he would still interact with them.
Love that. Who shockingly has not produced any gay show. Shockingly. So this was my thing. I remember Kingdom Reign Entertainment. They were having pitch meetings for I think $695. If you pay $695, you can have a pitch meeting. You know, and in my head, I told Cameron, because at the time I didn't know Andario like this. I didn't. Not comfortable enough for me to reach out to him. But him and Cameron, you know, they always talk, and Cameron was saying how close they were. So I say, tell him that Carlos King is doing this. And I feel like he is the head of the pack because, first of all, season 5 is a smash hit. And the majority of people who go to pitch meetings usually are pitching an idea. But what he has that other people might not have is he already has a platform. He has evidence of
what they call
looks like
in the industry proof of concept.
All right, there we go. Now we have a term. Proof of concept. Right? An established
Which
viewership.
And Dario has way more than a proof of concept, because a proof of concept could just be a teaser, some type of video trailer, maybe even a one episode. And Dario got a proof of concept, a fan base, a platform, numbers, testimonials. Yeah.
So I told Cameron to pass that information along because I'm like, and tell it to him in that way. And Cameron told me that he did. So I don't know if he just kind of ignored that. But I did hear him say, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. I heard him mention something about a meeting with BET Plus or Paramount. But in my head, I'm just like, who are you taking in that room with you? Because if you take me in that room with a deck, I could shop this show because the show is already enough. Like, so I just don't know if he lacked. I don't know. I felt like Chasing Atlanta was robbed, and it's just be. Am I still here? Because I got a call just now.
You here?
Okay, it was robbed of just being a YouTube show, and I think that especially at this point of a Chasing with Atlanta Forever finale, whatever it was called, at that point it should have been somewhere big. And I just don't think. But no, I like Andario. I like Andario. I think he's talented. He's amazing. He is historic in this space.
Definitely.
But I just think that at some point you believe in yourself enough to and ask for help if you don't. I feel like if people asked you to come in a goddamn boardroom, like who are these meetings with? Were you just going in there? And I don't know that. I don't know that. So I just hate to see something excellent and amazing just kind of remain, you know. So yeah, that's it. Andario.
I don't want to talk for him because, of course, him and I were friends. And of course, I've had these same conversations. You're also talking to Oliver, who's been on 3 major networks, you know, since being on Chasing Atlanta. 4 actually, I'm sorry. I don't want to speak to him, but this is what I will say to the people out in web reality. I will say, I'm gonna actually take time to give y'all a little mini free consultation, right? I ain't talking about nobody, I'm just talking. I'm not talking about nobody, I'm just talking for real. A lot of people in web reality, if they did exactly what you just said, like, and if they got their pitch decks together, got their video content together, and actually leveraged people within tangible reach within their community to say, hey, can you do this? Or how can I go about this? Or do you know somebody that does this? A lot of shows, in my opinion, from the web reality space would get to a higher place. Let's say this. I tell y'all all the time, I think people forget that I say this all the time. The main reason, or one of the main reasons why I got a contract with WeTV to do Madison's show, why I got casted, was because they saw me on Chasing Atlanta, argue with Kendra. They saw that content, they saw that footage, you know, God willing, there's something right now in the works that I have to give credit to. It first began, they saw it on Chasing Reality first. You know what I'm saying? People in the high places watch us. They do. Like, they watch us. I just don't think anybody from Web Reality, other than, and I just want to give credit when credit is due, I think the only other person who like really tries to like expand beyond the borders is Karan. Like, Karan be out here, you know, doing his thing, and the people be giving him a hard time, you know? I just don't think the Web Reality on a whole take the idea of what we have created in this genre and using that to push them forward. Like, I don't know if it's fear, I don't know if it's lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom, but like, if anybody listening or watching, somebody leverage people that you. I would say this: do you not know, even up until this day, when I was at that WeTV thing, how many times people asked me to pitch them shit? And I'm not talking about like, and I ain't talking about like just somebody. You know how many times people ask me like, "Oliver, what you working on? Or do you know X, Y, and Z?" At every network I've been at, every network. And to know Oliver is no, bitch. I'm always gonna try to help my people, and you know, bitch, let's do this, let's do that. I don't know. But I am grateful for it, and Dario, always grateful for him. I want Chasing Reality to continue. I want Chasing Atlanta to come back bigger and stronger. Because I like what the platform does for people. And I just pray God bless them to come back stronger, that he builds it up, that he protects them, that he educates, heals, because there's still people out there that need their story to be told. And places like Chasing Atlanta are necessary, because bitch, that's how people found out about me. You know, that's how people found out about Lauren or Gardini, Hershey. You know what I'm saying? King Payne. You know, like, hey, tracks, okay? Like, this is where we all got to start on Chasing Reality and in the web reality space. So I think this space is necessary and needed. I just feel like the people who are the leaders in it just need to catch up to times a little bit, you know? Because we got shit like Now That's TV and Zeus that then came in. We literally was watching Real Friends WeHo and watching where they took stock footage from a Chasing LA promo, and it was literally edited the exact same way. That I saw with my own two eyes. Ain't nobody can tell me that. I was like, bitch, this is literally shot for shot, edit for edit, the Chasing LA promo.
Wow, did not know that. That's crazy.
A lot of people in Web Reality don't have the business mind, which I'm honestly working on something like a workshop and a course to kind of help Web Reality people and let them know the ways that you can pitch your show and how you can pitch your show and who you need to pitch your show to, because the space is there. Just I don't think none of us have really stepped into it yet with confidence.
I agree. And most specifically with that Carlos King opportunity. First of all, that was the first time I had seen him and his company be so public about that. Because usually you wonder how you get in those doors. So by them offering it, it was clearly a need. And in my head, I'm like, Carlos King has done the Next 15. He did the Selling in ATL, but he's never done a gay show. But he's so proud to be a gay man. So if this particular show, Chasing Atlanta, maybe he just didn't know what it looks like. Maybe he's just waiting until he sees it. You know what I'm saying? If this would have been put in front of him, like, what is the reason he's never done a gay show? Could this have been it?
I've never talked to Carlos King about that. Shout out to Carlos King. Hey, Carlos. But I'm talking to another person that, and Dario knows, I'm not going to say their name, just based off the opinion that they're going to say. But they said, and this is a person who's run big time shows, like big. I'm talking about the Married to Medicines, the big time shows. Right. He said the main thing about Chasing Atlanta is there was nobody aspirational on the show. And I'm not saying it to my own horn. He said the only person at the time that we had said this that was aspirational, that's like a marketable person that a network can say, this is who we want to represent our brand. We don't mind him being here, was me. He was like, everybody else, they entertaining. I like them, but not to put them on a television network, because being on TV, y'all, is a whole different ball game. And for like, because that's when you talk about advertisers and commercials and white people in suits that say, can this person help me sell a commercial, right? Can this person help me get streams and all this other stuff? And the critique that person had was there was Chasing Atlanta, while entertaining, while they have a niche brand, it needed a different cast. And this was coming from a person who sells and buys and runs shows all day. That was like, there's no way I could take this to a boardroom and they like, yeah, we want to pick this up. Because I'm like, no. Because I mean, yeah. That's what they said. From their professional expert opinion was that our show wasn't our cast was not aspirational. It would have to be a whole different cast.
Yeah, he would know.
Yeah.
He would definitely know.
We reached in the roll call. Yeah, that was so good. Okay, now let's talk about your time. Let's talk some more about your time on the show, right? So, one of the biggest songs to ever come out of not only Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Reality, but I feel like web reality on a whole was I Hope He Can Fight. I saw that on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Everybody was singing and talking about this song, I Hope He Can Fight. How was that moment for you, being first time on the show, first season out, newbie, but your song basically went viral within the universe and outward because people talk about it on social media? How was that for you?
Man, it changed my life.
Did it?
Oh yeah, I still eat off of that, and it ain't. I still eat off of Hope He Can Fight. The song changed my life. Like it changed even the way that I looked at myself, like as a producer of created things, you know, like, wow, I did this. Interesting story about this. I had a friend is very well known, has been on 2, I could say A-list shows, primetime shows, and was supposed to help me. It would have been a good look.
Who was it?
For me. Oh Lord. See, things just happen so fast. His name is I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. No. I almost did it. I almost did it. Was supposed to help me because I didn't believe in myself as a vocal producer, right? So I wanted him to come in. It would have been a good look for me to have this person in the studio with me to vocal produce Hope He Can Fight, because I heard all of this stuff in my head, but I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do the background vocals on this because I just can't, I don't know. I don't know placements and stuff. So he was supposed to come with me to do it. Did not come. Did not want. I don't know if he didn't want to come, but he just stopped talking to me like altogether that week. I don't know why. I have the worst luck in friendships, y'all. I'm telling y'all. That's a person I've been knowing since he was young, but we ain't gonna go into that. So this is my point. This is my point. I'm gonna tell you. This is my point. You wouldn't know him by name. This is my point, or maybe you would. My point is, I did this song by myself. It was the first song of mine that I had because J.O. helped me vocal produce my previous.
Somebody's like Bobby Valentino, no child. Bobby Valentino don't know this Chasing Atlanta cast member. Ooh.
I'm not the one. But so I did it by myself. Heard it. I was so impressed. I knew that it was gonna be like big. So I just put it on YouTube and it took off. It took off. It charted number 22. It's been good to me. Hope He Can Fight just showed me how, even vocally, how I could push myself, and I'm proud of it. It's the song I'm most proud of.
Do you remember when you played it for me?
Cabins?
Okay, yeah.
We were coming from Dollar Tree or going to Dollar Tree to get the Dominique party stuff. Yeah. You told me I had something.
I think I had said, I was like, I feel like I hear this in a Tyler Perry play.
Oh yeah.
This sounds so Tyler Perry playish.
Do say that about that song.
It's such an amazing song. You know, very straightforward, easy melody, relatable. You're Singing Down, the House Down. It's such a great song. I think one of the top 5 songs in reality history overall. Definitely top 5 songs. Because everybody was talking about I Hope He Can Fight. Everybody.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
big statement from you. Thank you. You're not easily impressed. So to hear you say that, I know you mean it. So thank you for that.
Yes, I'm not easily impressed. But no, that song was so freaking amazing. And I loved what we were able to do for Chasing the Beat.
Chasing the Beat.
Yes, you came up with the concept. I was like, look at Ike and Cameron doing their own thing, which was the whole point of doing the Chasing the Beat. I wanted everybody to kind of come in and create their own moment. And you did just that. Like, it was everything. I had so much fun editing that.
Oh God, that catapulted it again. You know, Chasing the Beat. That was a moment. So the fact that I have that, and did Zeus repost that? I think Zeus might have reposted that.
Oh,
you're
nice.
like your yeah. So it's very proud. I feel good right now.
Yes. There was another moment that just escaped me that I wanted to ask you about during time chasing Atlanta. Another like highlight of yours. Damn it. And I had it right there.
Was it the rap song?
Yes, it was exactly the rap song. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story. I've never told you this. It's the first time I'm ever telling you this. You performed the song at my show that I had all y'all at. Quez was there in the back. God rest his soul. Huh?
Where was he?
Oh, Quez never let me seen. He was definitely there. He was definitely there in the back. When he heard that thing, cause Quez never liked me on the Quez never wanted me on the show. He never used to like I was around y'all. He was never here for it, and he had good reasons. And nothing for you in particular, because he didn't know you until you rapped that song. And when we got it, he was like, and I don't think we thought about that now. We probably talked about it the next day. He was like, yeah, what was that about? I was like,
oh Lord.
It's just a song. It's supposed to be like kind of like Barbie Dreams, but you know, he just kind of naming all these different people. Trust me, ain't nothing going on with me. All right.
Oh, Gwen. Oh,
Quez wanted to smoke, baby.
Oh no! What the fuck that's about?
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Talk to me about that song.
You do that. Oh, you know what? That's right before the promo. Chasing, right before Chasing promo. So I wanted to make a splash. So I'm like, okay, Young Miami had just came out with her song. Rap Freaks. Was it Rap Freaks, right? Yep. And I was like, okay, well, bitch, I'm gonna do ATL Freaks, and I'm gonna talk about some of the, the rappers and singers in our community. So, me with my filthy mouth. That's like peak array. Like Ike Isaac is who you get, like the gentleman. But Array is gonna tell you what go on in the bedroom. Array is gonna tell you how long it is. What position he'll put you in. That's peak Array right there.
How long is it, Ike?
There's a song about it. We're not gonna do that.
But what does song lyrics say? What Array said?
Remember.
I'm just doing my job.
Somebody gonna put it in the comments. They always do, child. It's too much.
I mean, I know the answer. I'm just gonna see if you say it. I already know the answers to most of these questions. Which I'm just doing my job.
That number has plagued me. I got so tired of seeing that number. I'm just mad I said it.
I know that's right. Ike, you were noticeably missing from season 6. Why is that?
Really? Is that your opinion?
It was definitely noticeable to me because I wanted you back.
Yeah, I've seen some of the comments when the cast and all of that was revealed.
Yeah, I want you back.
To this day, I don't know. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you that. Okay, well, you gonna tell me. But I'm gonna tell you about 2 instances that happened. One was at the show that you invited me to do when you were at what's the Jamaican spot in Atlanta? When you had the night, was it every Tuesday night you had? What's that spot? It used to be a Jamaican spot.
BQE.
The BQE.
The Twixt takeover. The Twixt takeover used to be lit in the BQE. Lit.
You invited me to do the first one.
Yeah.
You invited me. Yep, you put me on the first one. I'm always looking out, y'all. Y'all just don't know this.
My baby.
Always looking out. Had me front and center. I was very excited. Um, and Dario was there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Lit, having a good time.
And how long after the show was over was this? Do you remember?
It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long, but it was over. Everything was done.
Yeah, it was done. I even think you may have already been on Bobby.
I had been. I had to went and came back. So the show was done. So, right. Thank you for saying that. So I performed. It was a great night, great turnout, good vibes, great vibes. I remember how Andario not greeted me, but like when it was time to go home, he hugged me and the words he said to me. And I mean, this is not a confirmation, but I just remember him saying, "Bye, Ike. See you season 6, Ike." And I was like, "Oh, okay." By no means, like I said, did I consider that a confirmation, but he had to say it either. And then another occasion, we were at Troy.
I love how you say Troy's name.
Troy.
Troy.
Troy. Yeah, we was. He had a. He had a social event like Taco Tuesday every other Tuesday he would have, and Dario came to one of them, and he was just asking. I think Jay was there, Dominique was there, and Troy was there, and he asked my opinion. He was like, besides you, who else can you see coming back for season 6? And we all gave our lists and stuff like that, but same. So I don't know. I will say I was, to me, it would have made sense from chasing Atlanta season 5, which I feel like I did decent, right? But then bam, I'm on this show with Bobby Light, Zeus Network, and kind of upgraded a little bit. In my head, people will want to know after seeing that what the experience was like, what I
would agree.
doing now.
I would agree.
Is Bobby gonna make an appearance on season 6? Like what just what that was like. So I don't know. I did feel snubbed. But honestly, I was at a transitional point in my life personally. So even if I was offered, I don't know if I would have said yes.
Which we used to talk about on our own.
Yes.
And I never shared those conversations. But you were very indecisive about just what you wanted to do in life in general.
Yeah.
And I used to try to be like, well, maybe we could do this, maybe we could do this, da 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 da.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just so happy to see you back in a creative space again.
Thank you so much. And I'm gonna say this too. Somebody, I think he was on live, and somebody asked him, "Well, what happened to Ike? Why didn't you bring Ike back?" And you know what he said? He said, "Well, Ike moved to Houston." But Ike wasn't even thinking about Houston when y'all did the casting. So it was kind of a, nobody's gonna question that because he answered it as if he knew, So I don't know. But you say you know why?
Yeah, I know why. Girl, I know everything about Jason Atlanta while I was there and before. Shit, I know exactly why. Now, out of out of my respect for my friendship with and Dario, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not gonna be blasting the girls and what they used to say and all the other stuff. I'm just not. I'll let him say. But what I will say is, when I was in my conversations putting together season 6, and when I was asking for the people to come back, I was rooting for Ike. I was like, Ike needs to come back. I want Ike to come back because I'm like, now that's a little bit of tea. I said you didn't let go. You didn't kept girls who have done way less than Ike.
Hey.
And Ike actually out here doing something. Ike need to come back. I was always team Ike. I was very sad when you did not come back because I felt like one, at least what I knew about what the direction the show wanted to go, and you know the producer that I'm talking about. The producer thought very highly of you.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
producer
yeah.
thought very highly of Ike. Like, like I worked. They love the song, love the story. I was like, okay, Ike is one of the people that they have greenlit. Okay, Ike done gone out here and he has done more on a bigger platform. So that's eyes that potentially come back from that platform. Ike actually was active. He did stuff. He's mass. He cute. He had a viral moment with the song. I felt like you should have come back. I think I ain't gonna say that because yeah, I wanted you to come back. I was disappointed that you were not asked back over other people, and I was like, them or I, but okay.
Child, and when I watched the show, some of the people that, even some of the new people, I was like, I
Sucked.
was comparing that to what I know I would have brought,
Sucked.
right? Being more, and that's the other thing. Like I said earlier, like now I'm acquainted with you. Now I'm acquainted with Troy, Dominique, Willa. Me and Willa have resolved the situation. Drew is coming back now. I wonder what's that gonna be like. They were just arguing at the reunion. Like it's the story's already there. So but I don't know. I don't know. Look, whatever.
What's a moment from Chasing Atlanta you wish would have gotten aired,
I wish.
or maybe? Oh, go ahead.
Wait, no, go ahead.
I was gonna
That I
say, or
wish what?
maybe something people may not know, or they may misunderstand. But you were about to answer something you wish would have gotten aired.
Oh, would have gotten aired.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I wish would have gotten aired. You go first. Let me think.
As it relates to you and I wish they would have shown when I met you when you came to my whole the only thing I didn't like about season 5 was that I had shot that video I did to blow your mind that I feel like is one of my best aesthetic videos, me visually in the black thing in that room with those lasers and all that shit like that. And then I
Yeah.
shot the I
Lil
shot
Nas.
I shot the Lil Nas thing right next door. You were there because Cameron brought you. I wish they would have showed that.
I do too. I do too. That was the moment we met. That's why there
Mm-hmm.
was so much confusion on who invited and whose event and stuff like that. Yeah, that would have been good. What else?
Even if they would have just flashed back to it, like I met him the other day, that was something I wish they would have shown
That would have been good.
because that was
I agree.
also the beginning of me and Cameron kind of saying, okay, we're gonna try to be intentional about our friendship this season. We're gonna try to talk and work together and hang out. We're gonna be a little bit more intentional.
Yeah, and that kind of really just set the tone for what would happen later on down the line because y'all did spend the time talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I have another answer.
How do you look at your whole entire time on web reality after doing two of the biggest shows within the genre?
Still feeling like a misfit because it's out of my comfort zone. Still kind
Mm-hmm.
of feeling like, um, I mean, I do see some of those comments that be like, well, he kind of boring. So it
Everybody
makes me
can't be
wonder, like,
turned
damn.
up.
And that's what that'd be my response. But I could get it if you're just looking for big personality and in the field with the drama. Then I could see how my character be like, child, fast forward. So I think I would have struggled. I struggle sometimes between did I do enough? Was I working too much? Was I too focused on the chasing and not building relationships and bringing out my personality more? I hate that I played it safe. That's my main thing. G status. Oh, child. It's just I don't know. I don't even know, child.
Did web reality help change your life? Did you leave a better person than you came in terms of like your career and what you wanted for yourself and on that level?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. It put me in some doors. It definitely got me some gigs, seen and unseen.
Made money.
Yes.
How much
Yes.
money you think you've made by appearing on web reality?
On web reality?
Not directly, but like by being on the show, you got booked to do this. Like how much would you say you've made by being a part of web reality over the years?
Oh, you know what? Probably under I would say under 5,000.
Really? I mean, that's
Yeah.
still good. That's better than
It's
a lot
it's
of them.
good. Yeah, but the thing is people think of me. I like that people think of me. Now we've had this conversation too. Now the inquiries always come.
Mm-hmm.
The emails always come, but
Mm-hmm.
the girls just don't want to pay. But it is, you wouldn't ask if you didn't know, if you didn't already think it was quality, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to always pay for the quality. So my price ain't always in their budget. But you know, so how much would I have made if shit 15 to 20 of every inquiry I got, they would have followed through. But
Yeah. I would definitely say seasons 3 and 4, in terms of like bookings, was the most I made throughout my entire time. By the time season 5 and 6 rolled around, Zeus was already a thing.
hmm.
All these other platforms showcasing queer talent. Drag Race is even like a mega thing, like a huge thing, huge thing. I will say in terms of booking, it did become harder over the years, and I would attribute that to just the pool being a little bit smaller. Cause girl, I remember my first 2 seasons, baby. Them bookings was very nice, but
Tell me how much about how much
how much what?
like how much would you say you like you asked me?
I mean,
It's so modest, y'all. I
I was
hate.
able to get on WeTV by being on Taste of the Land, but that's enough. Cause then WeTV, I was able to get on other shit. If I was able to quantify how much, and this is me just like loosely thinking, I can over my 5 years when I was on Chasing Reality, between merch, bookings, talking about it on YouTube, social media, like my people watching my clips on TikTok. Because Chasing Atlanta actually helped me get monetized on TikTok. Um, if I'm being very honest with you, I can count easily after this season, definitely like 20,000.
What?
But that's just like if I actually sat down and like really counted,
It'd probably
like,
be more than that.
yeah, it'll probably land maybe like 20, no more than $30,000, but I definitely made at least like $20,000 by being on Chasing Atlanta.
That's
Definitely.
huge.
Yeah. And I think my big season overall, like for example, last season, I'll just talk about the show on YouTube every week, just going live every week. I definitely added another 2 grand monthly to my YouTube check just by talking about Chasing. Definitely.
Man, they not seeing you in this
That's why I was
in
like,
this
girl, I don't
arena.
care about y'all hoes. You know what I mean? Bitch, you know care about y'all
Man,
hoes.
right.
And that's why I was
Then
coming back every season, because I had them figured out, bitch, I get a little two quarters always equal 50 cents, and 50 cents equal $1.
the definition of knowing the formula.
You got
Knowing
to.
the formula, y'all. And the thing is the formula don't change. Once you in, you just look, you replicate. You replicate.
Mm-hmm. Anything
Yeah,
you want to
that's
add to
it.
that reality before we go to one last commercial break and we talk about Bobby, I Love You? Purr.
I, I had thought of somebody. I forgot. I forgot it. Nah, it's good. It's good. It was good.
I missed you on the show. I was really sad, and we talked about this. I was not
I
happy that you
know.
was not back. I was like, not only somebody that's doing another person that's doing something that's same, that can still get involved in the drama but not become a whole gremlin.
Right. Just touching the surface a little bit. Yeah. Maybe next time. Maybe chasing all stars.
I know that's right. Listen, we